Crew, what's up? What's good? It's your girl Jazz. I'm back with another video on the channel. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Okay. You know I had to put a Larry Bird video. Actually, not a Larry Bird video. I'm sorry. Y'all know I had to put a sports video in. Y'all know I love sports, especially basketball. So, this time, I chose Larry Bird only because I just got done watching Magic Johnson's new show. But I forgot what it's called that fast. I think it's just called Magic. I think that's what it's called. It's on HBO Max. It was actually way better than I thought it was going to be. And it had a lot more things going on than what you thought of with Magic. You know, I feel like it touched more people than just Magic. But it has stuff to do with Magic. So I think it's very, very good. And Larry Bird was actually in there a lot. So I was like, let's do this video. Let's do this video. Larry Bird was a savage. So let's hear Larry Bird's trash talking moments. Let's get it.
Bird entered the locker room, did not speak a word to the other competitors, and just took a good look at him. He finally said, "I'm just looking which one of you is going to come in second." The room was filled with silence, because they all knew what kind of a shooter Bird was. Of course, Larry would go on to win again, proving that he's the best shooter in the world. He won without taking off his tracksuit, famously raising his hand while the contest-clinching three was still in the air.
Hey.
Response to Craig Hodges. Craig Hodges was...
The fact that he did a 3-point contest in his tracksuit shows no respect to the competitors, bro. Like, dude still in his jacket and he still won. Stop playing.
Was one of the best shooters in the 80s, and he competed in the 3-point shooting contest with Larry each time Bird was participating. Larry won 3 times, and Craig finished second twice. When Hodges finally took home the title of the best 3-point shooter at the All-Star Weekend in 1989, reporters asked him if the main reason for his victory was Bird's injury and non-participation. Craig said, "Larry knows where he can find me," and Bird replied, "I know where, at the end of the Chicago Bulls bench, the left-handed game."
Larry, now you know better. Hey, but like I said, when you can back up your game, you can talk all day.
Larry Bird was in the prime of his basketball brilliance in the 85-86 season,
Look at his
when
mustache.
he led the Celtics to the title. They lost only 1 game at home throughout the season and the playoffs, setting an NBA record with 50-1. The Portland Trail Blazers were the only team to defeat the Celtics at home in December, so they were a good bet to win in front of their crowd in February. Before the game, Bird surprised his teammates and journalists by saying that he would shoot all his shots with his left hand, except long jumpers. This was the last game of a long road trip. Larry would always...
So you telling me dude was right hand and he was sitting up here shooting with his left hand besides like his threes and stuff? That's wild. Y'all just letting him do that? Boy.
Always find new motivations and challenges to get through the monotonous grind of the regular season. In the game against Portland, he'd go on to have one of the most memorable games of his career. He hit a shot to send the game to overtime, and then hit a game winner in the OT. Bird finished the game with 47 points, with 14 rebounds and 11 assists. He scored 22 points with his left hand out of sheer boredom and fun, which tells you how insanely good and confident this guy was.
Look at the Converse.
White guys guarding him. Larry is not white. Larry is clear, said Bill Murray in Space Jam, while explaining Bird's ethnicity to Micheal Jordan. Larry Bird had skills for days. He was thinking the game 3 moves in advance, and his jump shot was money. He was nimble at 6'9", but he wasn't by any means an athletic player. Bird suffered from WMCJ syndrome, which stands for white men can't jump, and he was aware of it.
He said WMJ syndrome. And I'm sitting here thinking like, what medical term is that? And then he gonna holler about some white man can't jump. Boy, I'm sitting here really thinking it was a really medical term.
On one occasion, he called basketball a black man's game due to the natural ability and athleticism of African-American players. Because of that, he hated when the opposing teams would defend him with another white guy. Bird said that it was disrespectful to his greatness because he was dropping 30 and 40 on the most athletic players in the league. So if you put an unathletic white guy on him, that's barbecue chicken right there. In the trainer's lap. The highest scoring game in Larry Bird's career came in the 1986 season, in a game against Dominique Wilkins in the Atlanta Hawks.
Look at Dominique Wilkins, her boy. It is jailed. And you are playing a basketball game, sir. Not that jail.
At the beginning of the first quarter, it was obvious that Larry is in the zone. He'd hit everything he threw to the basket. with the announcers repeatedly saying they were watching the greatest shooting exhibition in basketball history. Bird scored 60 on 61% shooting,
Dang.
15 of 16 on free throws, hitting ridiculous shots over several players. During the game, he suddenly said, "in the trainer's lap," to Hawks players, which meant he would try to make a three from the corner near the opposing bench. He got the ball, made the shot.
See, stuff like that, as a coach, I'd be like, stay on his earth. I don't care what you gotta do. Poke it, jab him in the side, I don't care. He is destroying us. 3 people on him. Because, you know, Bird's gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna still try to shoot it. Hey.
And one Hawks player who tried to guard him tripped over and fell exactly into the trainer's lap, just like Bird predicted. The Hawks bench was so amazed that they were laughing and high-fiving each other, totally perplexed by Bird's brilliance.
Nah, we wouldn't be teammates after that. How you gonna... How the bench of the opposing team gonna laugh and joke and be cool with Larry? Like, bro, that's your brother out there who just fell in the trainer's lap.
By their coach Mike Fratello for cheering on the opposing player, tormenting Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman was one of the best defenders in NBA history, with quick feet, long arms, and a motor that never shut down. He was a pest, an annoying pest who never stopped guarding, provoking, and getting into everybody's face. And he used to be a nightmare for scorers around the NBA. However, when he was just starting out, he needed to get some schooling from Bird. After Larry scored 4 consecutive shots over Rodman, he opened his mean mouth and started destroying Rodman. Bird started yelling at Rodman's coach, Chuck Daly.
Not the Gatorade can? Wow. That's crazy. I ain't never seen a can of Gatorade. What? Which era of basketball y'all like more? Y'all like this era? Which I feel like, what's this, like 80s to 90s era? Or was it like 70s? I say like 70. I say like 76 to like 90s era, okay? Y'all like this era of basketball, or y'all like the early 2000s to like 2010 basketball, or do y'all like 2010 to now basketball? Which one y'all like? Just because I'm young, it would've been dope to see them play, like, you know, in their prime back then. It would've been dope. But since I'm younger, I feel like the late 90s, early 2010 era was a beast, you know? Because I feel like today it's like everybody be trying to get on a super team, or everybody's trying to, like, they not on a team for long. Like, it's just more like, oh, okay, we lost this year, let me go to a different team. Or it be players that's not even that good making $230 million. What had they proved to show that they can make that much money? It's just so much money out here, they just giving it to them, you know? I feel like back in the day, they working, they grinding for that, you know? It's like today's time, you can be like, oh, have one good game, maybe about 3 good games most, you gonna get drafted. You got NIL deals, you got all this stuff going on nowadays. So it's like, it's crazy.
Who's guarding me, Chuck? Is anyone guarding me? You better get someone on me, or I'm gonna go for 60. Even though Rodman was almost superglued to him in an effort to deny him the ball, Bird was at his sarcastic best. I'm open. Hurry up before they notice nobody is guarding me. Merry effing Christmas. 1990. Larry Bird loved to play against the Indiana Pacers, where he was always greeted as the king. It was where the hick from French Lick grew up, made his first basketball steps, and took Indiana State University to the 1979 NCAA Finals. And the game Boston played against the Pacers played on December 26, 1990.
Did he lose in the Indiana State game? Or did Magic? I know he played against Magic.
Be etched in memory of the Pacers shooting guard, Chuck Rifleman Person. Before the game, Person said to the reporters, "Rifleman is in the building. I'm going bird hunting today." At the tip-off, Bird replied to Person that he has a Christmas present waiting for him. While Chuck sat on a bench during the game, Bird received the ball in the corner and shot a three-pointer. As the ball was flying towards the basket, Bird turned to Person and said, "Merry effing Christmas." The ball, of course, came in without touching the rim.
Excuse me. So let me find out. Larry did this before Steph. The whole shoot, turn around before it hit the basket. It sounded like he did. And I need them to give Larry his props, because they try to make it seem Steph is the only person who has done that, and he's starting it. So I need people to give Larry his flowers for that.
Torching the Suns bench. The best teams in the NBA often coast through the regular season and can lose their edge and focus when
Not
playing
the
against
Bobcats,
mediocre
I'm weak.
opponents. In one game against the Phoenix Suns, the Celtics lost a double-digit lead and were trailing by 2 in the final seconds. The Celtics had the possession, and they could tie the game and go to overtime, or win it with a 3. Larry knew his Celtics shouldn't be losing a game to the Suns, and he wanted to play no overtime. So he went to the Suns bench and told all the players and coaches what was about to happen. "Yeah, I'm going to bust a 3 on you guys and just go home. I'm tired of this."
What?
Unsurprisingly, he lived up to his word. As the ball was still in the air, he turned towards the Phoenix bench and yelled, "Told you so," as the ball was going through the net.
That's
Calling his
crazy,
shot against Xavier
man.
McDaniel.
Give Larry his mother flowers, bro. Cause what? You learn something new every day.
Xavier McDaniel was one of the most notorious NBA players in the 80s. And on the courts, he liked to get physical, like Olivia Newton-John. When he was playing for the Sonics and the Knicks, nobody was really messing
And they
with
was way
X-Man.
more physical back
However,
then, for
Bird was
sure.
not
Way
afraid of
more
a scuffle. And there are multiple stories of Larry participating in bar fights during his NBA career.
I believe
In a
it.
crowded Supersonics arena, Boston and Seattle played a close game tied just 10 seconds before the end. At that point, Celtics coach Casey Jones called a timeout, and Bird confidently told him to just give him the ball and that the others move the hell out of the way. On his way back to the floor, Larry said, "That's exactly where I'll get the ball, and I'll score the game winner in your face."
Come on,
While X-Man
confidence.
replied, "I know you will get it there. I'm waiting for you." Bird received the ball right where he said he would and made a tough fadeaway shot. After Bird realized there were still 2 seconds left, he told McDaniel, "Damn, I didn't want to leave 2 seconds on the clock," while X-Man walked back to the Sonics bench in disbelief, tormenting a young Clyde Drexler.
You know what's crazy? Is that he knew he was that damn good. He knew he can say what he wanted. And like I said, I have no problem with that. Because when you can back up your talk, you can talk all day long. And I'm going to sit there and help you talk because I got one of the greatest players on my team type-ish. You know? Dang, this was a great era when you think about it. Like all the people that was playing, you had Mike, Rodman, Magic, Kareem, what's his name? You got Clyde right here. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, and like this era was way more physical, way more physical. But in like today's time, it's not physical at all anymore, which is sad. So I definitely am interested to see y'all comments on this one.
Before Clyde Drexler came into the NBA, he was
Whoa.
one of the best players in college basketball, forming the famous Phi Slamma Jamma with Hakeem Olajuwon at the University of
Olajuwon,
Houston.
there you go.
Drexler was selected by the Blazers with the 14th pick in the 1983 NBA draft. And even as a rookie, he was already one of the most athletic guys at his position. However, Bird wasn't impressed. When Drexler subbed in the game against the Celtics, he started guarding Bird. Larry smiled at him and mockingly said, "You can't stop me. You're a rookie. You don't know anything." He would proceed to hit jump shot after jump shot over Drexler before the Blazers coach had mercy on him and subbed him out, while Bird was laughing at Clyde on the way to the bench.
Dang, boy. Well, I hope y'all enjoy this video because I was interested if you couldn't tell. Let me know any other videos you'd like to see me do. Comment. Let me know your thoughts on this video. If you're a Larry Bird fan, talk to me. If you're not a Larry Bird fan, talk to me. I still want to hear your opinions. So hopefully I'll hear you guys in the comment section down below. Or see you guys in the comment section down below. That being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, notification bell. That being said, see you guys next video.